My name is Kimberley Cota. I live in Mississauga and I'm going to the second year of engineering science. In my opinion, engineering science is one of the best post-secondary programs in Canada. I also like the challenge that NSci seemed to offer, and I didn't really want to specialize right in my first year. So since NSci allows you to choose later on, that suited me fine. I hadn't done programming before coming to university, so in the second year when we had to do live programming exams, especially like reading someone else's code and changing it on the spot, that was rather challenging for me. But overall, it was all right. It was less difficult than I expected in general. But the main obstacle, I guess, is just keeping ahead of things, keeping yourself sane, keeping on track of everything. But yeah, otherwise it was all right. This summer I was a research intern at the National University of Singapore. I was working in a nanotechnology lab, and my project was to develop a photocatalyst for solar hydrogen production. It sounds more fancy, trust me, than it actually was. My advice would be relax. It isn't as bad as people make it seem. People just try to scare you, and sometimes it's just the nerves that can break you up rather than the actual work itself. So yeah, relax, trust in yourself, be confident, and work hard. Well, whenever people ask me what engineering I'm doing, I say engineering science and cross my fingers that they don't ask me what that is, because I honestly not sure what to say. I don't know, my dad explains it to people more than I do. He says it's a different take on engineering, more towards research, which I think is pretty accurate if you look at it. I'm considering the energy option. I think it's a very emerging industry right now with a lot of promise for the future, and I'd like to be able to develop sustainable energy resources for the future. I think I'd like to just be more involved in this community because in first year I was scared that I wouldn't have time for extracurriculars, so I didn't want to take too much on, and now I regret that. So now I'm going to get more involved, hopefully be able to do something more meaningful. Not really. I would just say don't be afraid to apply for things. I actually wasn't intending to apply for the Singapore internship, but I thought, you know what, everyone's applying, let me give it a shot. And then I was surprised when it actually came through, and then wasn't even sure if I wanted to go to overseas because I never actually considered a possibility of that happening. So yeah, don't be afraid to apply and just be confident.